One of the highest forms of building self-esteem is visualizing what you see, but then also acting on it. You're running your mouth, but you're not actually doing it. Okay, that's what we're gonna cut out today. Every time you think of something, we're gonna think about it and we're gonna take it into action. Step one, specific scenes. You have to start to visualize specific scenes in your life 60 days from now. How you talk, how you walk, what you look like, what it feels like to walk into the new apartment, the new home, right? The new job. Or maybe you're in the job, what it feels like to be that top producer. Maybe now you're the top producer for 60 days running, 90 days running. You're at the top of the board. People are giving you some respect. What does it feel like to have that respect when you walk into your business? Think about it for a second. I remember having my daughter, Mila, come over here. I remember specifically 2 or 3 years before she was born, I knew what she would look like. Visually, I would have dreams about this beautiful tan baby girl with this amazing smile. I would visualize it. I would visualize her. I visualized my family. This is my daughter, Mila, okay? This is my daughter, Smile. Look how beautiful she is. She's like my little triplet. I visualized her from before she was born. I knew her name. I knew exactly what she would look like, what she would talk like. When she was born, it was the most proud moment of my life because I knew it. I knew when I became a dad, like that was success for me, was being a good dad. Those were little things, but I knew the steps. Like I visualized watching her at her first dance recital. I remember going to one of her very first dance recital when she was so little, and I was sending pictures to my brother, and I was talking about how great she was. She was hitting every move. Her face, all the other little kids were like stumbling around, and she was on point because she practices harder than everybody. She's more dedicated than most of the girls on her team, if not everybody on her team. She's so obsessed with winning. I wanted a kid like that, and now I got one. But you gotta visualize it. And then when you get it, how do you take care of it? Do you stay in those moments of gratitude? Do they hang with you? Okay, let's talk about business for a second. For years, I would tell everybody at my dealership, the lady who answered the phones, to the finance team, I'm like, look, you guys gotta get good. I'm so good at my job because I'm so obsessed with it. I could go anywhere and teach anybody sales. I could do it anywhere, but I need somebody that can teach the phones. I'm gonna need somebody that can teach the general manager. I used to tell my general manager, bro, you gotta get good. You gotta look better. You gotta talk better. You gotta do this. I would tell my BDC manager, I'm gonna have, when we walk into a store, I'm gonna handle the sales team, you're gonna handle the BDC team, and then my general manager, you're gonna handle the managers, and I'm gonna take the salespeople. We're gonna open up a consulting company one day. I used to talk about it all the time. They would get sick of it. That was my vision. I would push them like, guys, come on, man. This isn't about what we're doing now. It's about 5 years from now when we open up our consulting company. I would talk about it so often. It's so crazy. Maybe some of them were bought into it at the time. Maybe they just didn't believe, but think about it now. I walk into dealerships, I walk into businesses all around the country, and I feel like John Taffer. I walk in, I freaking kick the doors open. I'm like finding things that are wrong in their business. I did it for years, for the last 3 years with Andy Elliott. I would watch him. I would get a walk in, and it was like I was walking in with John Taffer. And then I was one of the experts, and he would stick me on the sales team. He would take the managers, and then my brother would take another team, and we would just change those businesses. That's what we did, but we visualized it 10 years ago. I used to think about what it would be like to work for a guy like that, and then I met Andy, right? My mind was focused on it, but that was 5 years before it happened. Some of you guys are scared to call your shot because you don't know the exact path that it's gonna take. So you're like, oh, I wanna do these things, but I don't know how it's gonna play out. Great, welcome to being a visionary. Do you wanna be a visionary? Good, you're gonna have to call your shot.
Hey, it's the Macklin Twins. Thanks for watching the video. If you want the free personal development guide that's gonna change your life for free, go ahead and text our phone number, 480-780-2203, and it'll change your life forever. Let's get back to the video. Text us right now, let's go.
Number 2, embrace and explore your visions. A lot of people right now, they'll tell you not to live in your vision. Stop daydreaming. Don't think about it. That's crazy. You can never do that. Understand, these little visions are going to come true if you back them up with massive action and you don't quit. What if that would have taken me 10 years to get? I'd have been okay with it. Some of you guys, if you don't get your vision right away, you get all poopy pants and butt hurt, and I can see it on your face. You gotta realize this is gonna be 10 times harder than you thought it was gonna be. Whatever the goal is, say it's $200,000, $150,000, $500,000, $1 million. It's gonna take 10 times more effort than you thought it was gonna take. You wanna know how I know? Because I've mastered it on every level up to 7+ figures. And every single time I thought it was gonna be easier than I thought, and I underestimated what it was gonna take, okay? But I also know 100% that all of you guys can do it. Number 3, your daily visualization. I daily visualize in my morning routine. I get out of the cold plunge. I'm in my driveway and I'm shouting all kinds of crazy I'm visualizing what it feels like to win. I always got my hands in the air like I just closed a big deal. And I say a couple of things that I'm gonna run through with you guys right now. I got this from Tony Robbins. Tony says these exact incantations. There's a difference between affirmations and incantations. Affirmations, you're just kind of saying. Incantations, you're using your whole body and you're really like believing it with your core, okay? So why don't you guys repeat some of these things with me? And I've done this every day for the last 5 years. Let's become aware of the things that we know we need to do that we're not doing. I want you to think about this for a second, and I want you to just say this with me, and I want you to really believe it. Everybody say this. God's wealth is circulating in my life. His wealth flows to me in avalanches of abundance. All my needs, desires, and goals are met instantaneously by infinite intelligence. For I am one with God, and God is everything. I say that like this. My daughter knows, she hears me yelling in the driveway every morning, Mila, come here. And my neighbors sometimes sit with binoculars because they're about 2 acres away from me, and they sit with binoculars and they watch me and they think I'm crazy. Here's one thing that I also say. I now command my subconscious mind to direct me in helping as many people as possible today to be better in their lives by giving me the strength, the emotion, the persuasion, the humor, the brevity, whatever it takes to show these people and get these people to change their lives now. And I'm saying it like, dude, I'm subconsciously putting it in my mind. I repeat this stuff. But that leads me to number 4. Prioritize skill building over stability. What people don't realize in the Elliott Group was for 2 years, I was losing $5,000 a month, $4,000 a month, $6,000 a month. We were selling $99 products, $39 Craigslist DVDs, a $299 0 to 100K course. That's all I had to sell. I didn't have any high ticket packages or programs. I believed in the vision. Some of you guys may never take that jump to actually feel what it feels like to go through that, but you might die with regret. You're never going all in towards your purpose or your mission. When I started prioritizing my long-term skills that I knew I was gonna need over my immediate stability, that's when I started to go through the roof. So for me, those were specific skills. Communication. I started to learn how to do events. I started learning how to be confident in front of people. Started learning a little bit more about fitness and mindset. Number 5, building a network of importance. I want you to write that down. You've got to build your network, and you've got to be around people that want to achieve what you want to achieve. If you ever know our story, we're not perfect. That's why we're able to talk to you and say, hey, get your together. We made that mistake. We chased money. We forgot about the relationships. We weren't good to people. We weren't good to our teams. Internally, we were fighting demons and we were letting them win. I had the visions. I knew where I wanted to go, but I didn't know that it was truly possible. I was a talker, and that changed 4 years ago when I got somebody new in my network. I got a coach, and I leaned into the coach, and the coach would tell me every day, you're better than this. You need a good coach that can see more inside of you than you see inside of yourself. I'm telling you right now, I am so obsessed with my personal development right now. I'm tracking everything. I'm writing down my food. I'm gonna gain another 15 pounds in the next 90 days. I've been maintaining that. And then I'm also gonna become a better speaker. I'm also gonna learn more. I just invested $20,000 into training to go down to Harvard and learn higher level consulting, higher level public speaking. I'm not f***ing around. Some of you guys that wanna get up and speak and get on a stage and talk to people, right now, if I pulled you off of mute, could you hit me with 30 seconds of motivation and pep talk where I feel the charge and I feel the energy? If that's not the case, then you need to practice it. You need to be on more Zooms. You need to go and freaking go down to your local Rotary Club. Go find places and say, hey bro, hey, do you mind if I speak, man? Can I just talk for 5 minutes and tell them what I think about the community? Like, go talk more. Go communicate more. Some of you guys, the people that you're looking for are going to come when you become the person. You haven't become the person yet, but you're always looking for the people. Number 6, you gotta make bolder moves sooner. I know that some of you guys are sitting on the exact blueprint on what you want to do, but you're too scared to make a bold move. There's something that you know you need to do right now. I waited for 10 years to do this. It's gonna take a bold move to get a big life. The bold move came when we met Andy and we were like, we just said, it. And we quit our job 10 years in, making hundreds of thousands of dollars, very comfortable, very good life. My brother and I just bought 2 penthouses in Denver. It was great, man. But I knew that there was more inside of me. I knew that if I never actually took that risk, then I could never find the reward. There was nights I couldn't go to sleep because I knew I was out of congruency with who I wanted to become. I knew I wasn't giving it all I got. I would see speakers on stage, or I would go to things and I would see people help other people, and I was like, man, I want to do that. That looks great. And then I knew one day, I said, man, we just got to make this move. I want you to just get off the bench, get off the fence of indecision and go all in. Some of you guys, maybe that's starting a coaching company on the side, and maybe that's leveraging a few $1,000s to get that thing started, and you have 1 or 2 clients, and you have 5 clients, and you have 10 clients, and now all of a sudden you're making more money than you are at your current job, and you're able to get out of it. Just saying, whatever it is, you're gonna have to make a bold move. Write down a bold move, maybe that you've been wanting to make. Maybe you know something in your heart. Maybe you have something that you know right now that it's like, it's bold, and you have been waiting to do it, but you haven't acted on it. Some of you guys need to wake the up and actually go work harder and do more and give more and be more and reach back and help a couple more people. If you feel helpless, go get helpful. Posting something on the internet where you're starting to get some action and building your brand. And that's the breakthrough. That's the bold move. You're one step away, okay? Find that step. Attack it.